Hello everyone, welcome to Ultimate Diecast. My name's Tyrone and nothing says Australia like a Holden Ute. What's the jingle? Kangaroos, meat pies and Holden cars. This is a VU Ute, SS no less. These are still on our roads, but Holden doesn't make cars anymore, neither does Ford Australia or Toyota Australia or Mitsubishi Australia or Leyland Australia. There may have been others, but none of them make cars in Australia anymore, tragically. But the VESS Commodore Ute is still on our roads. Some rough, some in this condition, and in this colour. Beautiful colour. I was conversing on the intraweb through comments with a Carl from Queensland. Hello, Carl. I told Carl I'd do a special on Holden's, and here we are. Feast your eyes upon a Monaro. This is another era altogether, but a Holden nonetheless. This one's missing a side view mirror, but we'll forgive it that. Back in the day they didn't have a side view mirror on the passenger side. They did have one on the driver's side, but this one's missing it. Stunning little piece. Nice. Next up, we'll just cruise along randomly and see if we can put on a bit of a show. So we've got the FJ and the FX Holden. These were kind of the first shape Holden ever brought out. Very much under the wing of Chevrolet in the States. You wouldn't put this colour on many cars today, but this one looks pretty flash. Always loved the matching wheels with the dog dish rims, or the poverty rims as I've heard them being called. That's a stunner. Yeah, it looked pretty foul on pretty much any other car, but that one suits. And wouldn't be the 40s or 50s without a somber black one thrown in there. Gee, look at that. How well can you see through that windshield? I've got column shift. Nice old car. Looks like a serious person's car. We've got that one in green as well. Or that one in green, should I say. So we'll just push them back as we go. As I say, not a lot of history or detail here. This is just some eye candy. Some Holden fun. Speaking of fun, I've trotted this one out before. Actually, I've shown maybe all of these before in previous videos, but I haven't taken them out of their cases. This one came, well, actually, as I threaten an avalanche on the table beside me. They come in these acrylic cases. They're very hard to see the model through, and they're screwed to a base. So instead of faffing about with all of that, I decided to take them all off the base just for you. This is an HQ panel van. I had a sedan version of these in that sort of light blue that they came out in. It was old when I bought it, but still went well. 3 on the tree, big 6 under the hood. Something completely different, the VS. Gee, that was popular, wasn't it? In the early 90s. I had the Ute version of this. Actually, we're probably talking the late 90s, aren't we? Because the VS Ute I had was the Olympic edition, and that was the Olympics of Sydney in 2000, so that would have been 2001. I had that in this shape. HSV VS, this one. Lots of noise, lots of bang for your buck. Change shape again. Change car altogether. The old Torana. Lensed tail lights. They are tampoed headlights. Beautiful shape. Beautiful cars. So it's the Torana, sticking with Torana, its older cousin. Me and some buddies of mine went down to Ravenswood Raceway in the mid-80s in a red one of these. And an experienced driver, my mate was, just got his licence. So on his red P, no, they didn't have red Ps. These days in Australia, if you've just got your licence, you're on red Ps for maybe a year. I've lost track now. And then on green Ps, it's a plastic sign you've got to put in back and front windshields to tell everybody how bad you are at driving and how young and foolish you are. But he was on his Ps. They were just white plates with a red P back then for a year. Drunk as a skunk, drove us home, and luckily we all got home safely. Don't drink and drive, it's dumb. Where are we? This is the VY. You don't get much info on the base of Biante, but plenty of detail everywhere else. You're supposed to know your cars, aren't you? I used to, but I kind of lost track these days. Here's a green one of the same. It's a pretty colour. And what else do we have? A few racing cars. Good old Peter Brock, legend. Peter Brock won every race known to the human race at one stage or another. I'm sure every nation has a guy like Peter Brock. Sadly passed away, not far from where I live, in the Perth Hills. Wrapped himself around a tree. And on that cheery note, we have another black car. This one's Marlou, VY Marlou, no less. Marlou is just a little signal to the rev heads that this one goes extra fast. HSV stands for Holden Special Vehicle. Is it special? Tell you what. So that's a nice addition. Another race one. This isn't Biante or Auto Art. Did I say these were Auto Art? I think so. Well, they are. This one's Car Collectibles, or where are we? Classic Collectibles. Big yours. I couldn't get it off the base. I left a funny mark on my hand trying to get it off the base, and then I gave up. But you get the idea. Pop him in the back. Are we all on shot? How's that? That's a bit better. And to round it off, what better way than a VB Commodore in red. I'm looking for a white one of these for a buddy of mine. And I saw one at the last Diecast convention, but it was in 143 and it was really banged up. I thought, that's not good enough. So I am looking for a white one in this scale and of this condition. But yeah, that is the classic VB Commodore. In fact, this is the first Commodore Holden ever produced. Most of these cars are actually, no, not most. This row is Commodore. This is a Commodore. This is a Commodore. This is a Commodore. So lots of variants, and this is a Commodore. Or variables thereof. So sweet. So there you go, folks. And there you go, Carl from Queensland. Hope you enjoyed the show. That was officially a Holden Fest. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.